Hello fire signs, welcome to your reading. This is for October 11th and onwards. So this is for any fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and or cross watcher. So we'll start off with some tarot cards and move over to the oracle, and then I also have some dice as well, just to get some numbers that would be important to this connection, or some dates as well. So we'll start off with the tarot cards. This is for any fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, for the end month of October, so the 11th onwards. If you would like a personal reading, I do have those available. There is now limited spots for live personal readings as well. The link is all down in the description box below. First card out we have is the King of Pentacles in reverse. This is an earth sign energy, so a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. This can be a very greedy card. It's somebody who's not sitting in their power and can be focused on things that are valuable in nature or just bringing value into their life and not really focused on the other people around them, but instead focusing on themselves only, being quite selfish. Next we have out the communication card in reverse. This is the Eight of Wands. This is some fire sign energy, so this can be you guys. This is intentions gone a little bit weary, so miscommunications or somebody has ill intentions as well. So it does look like perhaps either you were miscommunicating with this person or this person miscommunicated something to you and you took it a way that was not supposed to be taken that way, and that's perhaps why that they are looking in this light of being a little bit more greedy than they normally would be. So we have two cards that came out, the 9 and the 10 of Wands, so coming in succession here. So the 9 of Wands is opening doors. It's opening things that should have been closed, or opening things that were closed, and making more room for things that need to be brought into your life. The 10 of Wands is, again, fire sign energy coming all in here, letting go of the burdens and really holding on to the things that are valuable instead. So really just making sure the things that are on your plate are the things that need to be on your plate. Sometimes this can also say that you are a little bit overburdened, so maybe taking on the communication here or not receiving any type of communication has caused you to be a little bit more vulnerable in the situation, but also has allowed you to take on more responsibility in this situation and have to make up for this communication here or the way that this person is acting. Next we have out the Decision card. This is number 2 of Pentacles, again here with the earth sign energy, so it does look like you're going to have to make a decision about this person. Perhaps this is if they're actually truly being this selfish type of person, or if it's just this miscommunication that has gone on either on your end or on their end, but it does look like it will come down to a decision that you will be forced to make. But it does look like, because we have the Pentacles card, that either you're making the decision about them or they are making a decision about you. So next we have out the Devil, Capricorn. So it does look like you are a fire sign dealing with a Capricorn. There's no quite saying which fire sign that you are, so you can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All are welcome. So, but it does look like you are dealing with an earth sign, particularly a Capricorn, if this reading is resonating a lot for you. It does look like there's also perhaps some fear about making this decision. Maybe you're thinking that it was all just a miscommunication, or their intentions were miscommunicated to you as well, and there's a lot of fear revolving in making this decision. So we're going to dive in a little bit deeper with the Moonology cards just to get a little bit more signs and advice about the situation. But so far it's just fire sign and earth sign energy. We don't have anything else that is coming up in here, and the only specific sign that we have is Capricorn that has come up here. But it does look like you or your person will have to make a decision on this situation, even though you've maybe been a little bit more open when it comes to not communicating with them or how things have been miscommunicated with them, and you're really just being the one who is taking on the responsibility for either coming back to coming back together, or this relationship in general. So we have the card, nothing is set in stone. So you haven't made a decision yet, or they haven't made a decision yet about this circumstances. So nothing is set in stone. There's no quite timeline as to what is going on. It is very much up to your decision or their decision, because we do have only one major arcana card here, so it's not much of a universe interference. It's mainly up to you and your person of when things are going to happen, and that's why we have nothing is set in stone. Next we have the card again with Capricorn coming up here, the end of a tough cycle. So whatever is going on here, it's going to close off. The full moons are cycles ending. So it does look, despite this fear of this situation, of making this outcome here, choosing which pentacle you're going to go with, the situation will end, the toughness of it. So despite these miscommunications and maybe this person being a little bit selfish, you're going to be either closing off this cycle with them altogether, or closing off how it used to be and moving on to how it can be in the future, a little bit better than it is. But there's a lot of Capricorn going on here, but it also can be a little bit of fear of making this decision as well. Alright, so we will look into our numerology cards. Again, the only card that's come up that clearly tells us who we are talking about is a Capricorn card. So we have the building block. So this is kind of like the tower. It's number 28. It's talking about needing to throw everything away and start again from the ground up, and making sure that you're building on a better foundation this time. Next we have To the Sea, number 7, which just talks about going with the flow. Definitely here, nothing is set in stone. Going with the flow, it very much goes together. It just talks about going with the flow of the ocean, or sorry, it's To the Sea. So it just talks about really allowing things to go as they need to go, instead of having these pinpoints in the timeline that you need to accomplish things or need to have things in a certain way by a certain time. It's just really allowing you to go to the flow of the movement of this connection. So we'll look into some dice to get some important numbers. So we have 2 and 3, so 2s are duality and 3s are expansion, so it does look like things need to expand here. You're holding on with your whole grip here on all these wands, so you need to be able to let the other person take some too. And duality really being that union, we do have the 2 of Pentacles here, so it can be a choice as well. So let's get some everyday tarot just to get a little bit more of an overall message. So we have the 5 of Cups in reverse, which is the first water sign card that we have out. It's just talking about moving on from things in the past and not allowing the past to really take that hold on you, but instead looking towards the future. So next we have the 3 of Cups in reverse, which talks about not really wanting to come together with others. It can represent the same type of greed and jealousy that goes on with the King of Pentacles. So within this connection, that's going to be something that really needs to be overcome. It can also be watch who you are surrounding yourself with when you're talking about this past connection, because it can come off as some miscommunications to that person, and they might not like you getting back together in this connection. Our final card that we have is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So we started off with the King of Pentacles, ended with the Queen of Pentacles, both in reverse. So this is definitely a situation where you're both feeling a little bit out of sorts when it comes to this situation. But it is a divine connection and a divine pair, even though it is in reverse. This is something where the King matches the Queen. So you two are this type of connection that should work things out and be able to be together in the long run. You just need to be able to be a little bit more open with each other and not be as soul-centered or soul-focused, but instead work together to be able to celebrate together and move on to the future and have this more stable grounding when you're building up for the rest of the relationship. So thank you so much, fire signs. Again, the largest sign that came out in this entirety of this reading was Capricorn. So if you're dealing with a Capricorn, I would say this would probably resonate with you the most. But don't deter you with that. It can just be the King and Queen of Pentacles really coming out there with the Capricorn. That makes it a little bit more of an earth signs present. But there is a lot of fire sign here, so do not worry about that. But if you do want a more in-depth personal reading, you can check that out. The link is in my bio or description box down below. And I will see you there. Or see you next Tuesday as well if you decide to just go with these general readings. Thank you.